Hi, ladies and gentlemen, this is Eddie Marcus here again. And I guess we all now, I guess, have come into the knowledge that they did what they were supposed to do in Washington to make sure that they're able to open this government back up. I'm sure we all knew that they would. The thing that's so amazing is what they went through to get it. They said that they had good plans together. They were trying to protect certain things for certain people, and it was that important that they keep the government closed until the people who were robbing the folks gave a little back. And but we find out that the people who were being robbed didn't hold out. They decided to go and acquiesce for some strange reason. Now we don't know, but they made some little deal that no one knows about. And I say that, ladies and gentlemen, because what I want you to know is that you always have to expect something like this in America, but on earth anywhere. You see, what we have down here is a hellhole, a hellhole. You talk about shitholes? No, this is a hellhole. And I'm not talking about America. I'm talking about planet Earth. Wherever people are, and there is pain and suffering going on, when people are going through struggles, this is what we call hell. This is where hell exists. Now, I say this to you because you are the ones who empower hell. In America, we just got deeper hell to be advanced on the people. And it took 7 or 8, I don't know, I'm not sure, 7 or 8 Democratic votes who had been saying they were holding out to protect that other kid. That lying asses. Look at them. And they going back to their constituents saying some old bullshit. And somebody ought to kick their ass out of Congress right now. They shouldn't have to wait till an election day. Call these crooks out now. But that's not going to happen. So this is what happens in hell. But it also opens up the door for poor people, for people who are being abused, who are being oppressed. It calls for black people to stand up. It calls for those who know the scope to stand up and represent what is proper. And what is proper, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to stand up, anything that you're standing for, if it doesn't work for everybody, it's not proper. So don't you think that you can stand up and representing black people and closing the door on everybody else and think you any better than these white folks? No, y'all the same. And I want you to know that the master, the God master that I'm talking to you about made it possible that every last one of us, all us black folks, all of us white folks, and all of us in between, right here in America, even though dumbass Donald Trump can live in this country as though we're in paradise. God made that possible. But we got some people who just decided that for one reason or another, they want to be God. For one reason or another. I got something on the stove. Look at trying to burn. Hold up for a second. Yeah, look like my beans were getting kind of dry there. But back to what I was talking about, ladies and gentlemen. This, and the reason that I say that the earth is hell, is because everywhere there is the same old sign. There's the same old receipts. And we, the people, have the power to stop it. But we don't. We might not have started it, but we don't stop it. So finding ourselves in this position, it exists by all of us. We are in hell, and each of us have the opportunity to graduate. Now, what does graduation mean? Graduation means not acting like the devil. Graduation means caring for others. Graduation means understanding what God is for. God made the earth, all the resources, made us, gave us the ability to protect ourselves, and even gave us what we need to protect ourselves. And what do? We get together and then try to separate ourselves, talk about somebody's better. Well, whatever the reasons are, you don't need to discuss them. In the end, the only thing that's going to bring peace and prosperity and freedom and joy and happiness, fulfillment and satisfaction in life so you can live your dreams, and that is to listen to the creator of earth. And they don't require that much of you. That you love yourself. My God, is it hard to love yourself? Look at you. Man, look what all compose you, men and women. Look at you. Man, and that's just the part you can see. Look at the other stuff that you can do that you can't see, but is reflected in having action. Man. And now you can have a career that you love, that you get joy from, and you can participate in it, and you are participating in life. The kind of life where nobody has to suffer, no lying, no cheating, no prison, no stealing, no hatred. And you choose America. You choose Trump, Republican, Democrat. You choose Israel. You choose Russia. You choose all these other places, but you reject God, the only answer. And I want to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, you are in hell. You're going to have to change. And I know how you got tricked. I mean, they played a good one on us. Now, you know that God doesn't like this. Many of you know that. But somebody came by and told you that you can't earn your way into heaven, that you can't work your way into heaven. Even though they tell you your faith is nothing without works. Without works, your faith is dead. Yet somebody still came along and told you, don't try to work your way into heaven. Don't try to be good. Don't try to be like God to try to get in heaven. Hey, Jesus died on the cross. And all you're going to do is get by grace. Now, somebody told you a bald-faced lie like that. You're going to go around through this your whole lifetime watching people don't have health care or adequate health care. Watching people who don't have jobs or careers and don't have access to have homes or housing or the kinds of things that anybody wants. You walk around and watch that shit. Don't do a damn thing to change and make things better for somebody else. And you gonna take your ragged ass in a line, marching up to some pearly gates because somebody told you grace gonna get you in. Yeah, somebody ought to slap you side your damn head talking some stuff like that. You better straighten your butt up. That's just like the same old lie that got black folks to be slaves. That's the same old lie that stole natives' land. That's the same old lie that gave these guys the authority to go and fight and kill any and everybody like they're doing today, telling lies and people believing it. You stand up for what's right. You stand up for what's right. You getting persecuted. You want people to stand up and support you for what's right, to do the right thing. You don't want anybody standing up tippy-toeing. So if you're not tippy-toeing, you got to be real. And real ain't playing both sides of the fence. Real is saying y'all messed up. And this is straighten up. And I'm giving life to straighten up. So what just happened in America is what happens in hell. It's exactly what happens in hell. Now you're going to see that these Democrats and Republicans working together going to still have you sitting there going through all of these changes. And there going to be some liars coming back talking about what they're going to do is all lies, all lies, all lies, all lies. Anybody come telling you what they're going to do, all lies. Nothing but lies, don't mean shit. You, the people, get together and make up your mind about what you're going to have. You, the people, get together. You poor ones, you that's been held down, you know the story. You black folks, get together and say, make up your mind. How are we going to do? We got to make sure that nobody's homeless, nobody's hungry, nobody's suffering for these things. And we're going to make sure, plan it, get these demons out the way and be real. Now, that's going to come from people you make your mind change. That other stuff, the world is full of that other stuff. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing in life, however small you think you are or however great you are, this hell that you're living in exists because of you. And what does that mean? You got no faith in God. You got no faith in God. And anytime you say you do, you telling a bald-faced lie. If you think I'm lying, look at the receipts. Look at the people that's hurting. And what's the result? What's your receipt? Are you? And if you're not, what are you doing? I rest my case.